All right, welcome everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started. I know people are still popping in. I'm super excited about today. I'm so grateful that you all are here, and I know you could be anywhere else, but you are here today to learn about the introduction to prompt engineering for ChatGPT, and I'm so excited to be your instructor today. So, first and foremost, can you let me know if you guys can hear me? Drop a one in the chat if you can hear me, please. That would be great. I'm about to go ahead and share my screen here. You know what? Let's exit full screen. I need to make sure y'all can hear me first. Okay, I got a one. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, I got two ones. Yeah, feel free to drop your city in the chat and anything that you plan on learning here today. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank y'all for letting me know that y'all can hear me clearly. Okay. Oh, can y'all drop a one to let me know if y'all were able to see the slideshow when I put it up? Because every time I go to it, I can't see. Okay. All right. As long as y'all was able to see it, we can rock it out. All right. And y'all bear with me. It's so funny. I was just normal, talking in my normal voice, and then it gets time for me to present to you all, and my allergies wants to declare war. So y'all bear with me and my voice. All right, so welcome to Deep Learning IA, Pie&IA Houston edition, Introduction to Prompt Engineering for ChatGPT. I am Rosemary Salem, and I'll be facilitating this training today. So, before we hop into anything, I want to let you all know what you will learn today. We're going to cover the fundamentals of ChatGPT and how it operates. Next, we will cover the art and science of crafting effective prompts. Then we will cover practical applications for personal, creative, and professional purposes. And lastly, we're going to cover steps to start using ChatGPT and enhancing your experience. Meet the founder of DeepLearning.IA and Mr. Andrew. And I have a special video that I will be playing for you all momentarily. But as you can see, DeepLearning.IA was founded in 2017 by machine learning and education pioneer Andrew and G to fill a need for a world-class IA education. So here is none other than Andrew. Hello, Okay, hold on before I play this video. Let me pull up the screen. Were y'all able to hear that? Yes, I'm recording it right now. Were y'all able to hear the video? I just want to make sure before we get too deep in it, y'all watch a blank video. Just drop a one, please. Oh, Leia said yes. Okay. Thank you. All right. And I do want to let y'all know that before we end here, I want to kind of get like a group picture for deep learning, if you don't mind. So I'll let y'all know that time. Y'all just come off camera if you can, or change your profile to a photo of you. That would be great so I can get a nice screenshot of the group. But back to the video. Thank y'all. Deep Learners. Andrew Ng, founder of
Hello, deep learners. I'm Andrew Ng, founder of DeepLearning.AI, and I'm excited to welcome you to our global deep learning community. I know that many of you are here today because you want to break into AI and build your career. I hope that being part of this community will help you to do so. To give you a proper welcome, I'd like to show you around the DeepLearning.AI offices and meet some of the teams so they can see where it all happens.
Oh, hi, Andrew.
Do you want to tell our friends at Pie&AI what you do at DeepLearning.AI?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I make articles and other media that help people learn about AI and help them understand the huge impact that AI is having in the world. Today, I'm putting together the next issue of The Batch, our weekly newsletter, and I'm looking for the biggest stories of the week to keep our readers informed.
What's been the most surprising thing you've run into working on The Batch?
How much is going on in this field? There is never a dull moment. You might think from the outside that machine learning engineers really understand everything about AI, but nobody understands everything about AI because this field is just coming to life right before my eyes as I put this thing together every week.
All right, I know you're really busy, so let's you get back to it.
Thanks. See you later.
Let's go meet Kian, who helped me create the deep learning specialization. He's working on an exciting new project. Hey Kian, so do you want to tell the people at Pie&AI what you're working on?
Yes, sure. I'm leading a project called Workera, focusing on helping people get offers in AI and navigating their career by testing their skills, preparing for interviews and certifying them, as well as matching and referring them to good jobs in AI.
That's really cool. And what's the most exciting part of your day?
You know, the AI field is new, organizations and jobs are still misunderstood. So I'm excited to help people understand what different types of jobs exist in the field, what tasks they will work on, and what skills are needed to achieve those tasks.
And that's really important work. Well, it's nice chatting. And now let's go chat to Hotel, who is on their product team. Do you want to say hi to our friends at Pie&AI and let them know what you're working on?
I would love to. Hi, everyone. I lead the product team in DeepLearning.AI, where we create AI education content accessible to people all around the world. People like you.
And what are you most excited about right now?
I am so excited to see our community grow and to see how eager people are to learn more about AI.
Thanks, also. So, as you can see, our team is working hard to support you and help you learn. It's never been easier than before to break into AI. So if you want to build a career, you can leverage online resources available, including open source code, datasets, papers, and online courses like a deep learning specialization on Coursera. As part of this journey, I hope you get your hands dirty too. Don't be afraid of diving in to build your own project. Or go ahead and try to replicate a research paper that you're excited about. One thing that I've seen help a lot of people succeed is if you can build a community or find a community of fellow deep learners you can meet with and study with on a regular basis. In fact, I hope that this Pie&AI meetup that you're at right now will be a good place for you to meet these people. I hope you enjoyed the event today and that you learn a lot, both from the talks and from each other. And once again, welcome to the DeepLearning.AI community.
All right. Excellent. Let me. Okay. So that was the greeting video. How did you all like that? Drop a 1 if that was informative. We are so excited that you all were able here to make it here today. It was a lot of people who registered, so hopefully they start trickling in as well. But I definitely learned a lot from watching that video. That was my first time watching it fully through. All right, so let's dive into the content today. Okay, so a little bit about me. I am Rosemary Salem. I'm the proud founder of COE to CEO, which is Chief of Everything to CEO agency, where I dedicate my expertise to guiding subject matter experts, SaaS founders, and e commerce business owners on their journey towards leveraging automation and AI. As a certified prompt engineer from Vanderbilt University, I've also embraced the roles of author, speaker, and executive trainer, sharing my insights and experiences across multiple platforms. My passion for AI drives my work, and as a new global ambassador for DeepLearning.AI, I am committed to fostering a foundational community here in Houston. So, what is a prompt? Now, a prompt is basically it's a piece of information that you input to get a specific output of a model. But the correct definition is a prompt in prompt engineering is a carefully crafted piece of text that guides a large language model towards understanding the desired task and output, generating the best possible output. It acts as instruction, providing context, setting expectation, and shaping the output style and context. Demystifying prompts. A prompt, again, is the initial input or question you give to ChatGPT to guide its response. The, the specificity and context of your prompt can significantly impact ChatGPT's ability to provide useful and relevant answers. So, introducing ChatGPT and large language models. So, there is a difference between just the general definition of large language models and ChatGPT. So, I wanted to make sure we covered the differences. So, ChatGPT is a state of the art AI designed for understanding and generating human like text. Large language models, on the other hand, better known as LLM, so if you start hearing that, that's what that stands for. These are the engines behind ChatGPT, trained on extensive data sets to comprehend and produce language in a way that mimics human conversation. Essential vocabulary for prompt engineering. Our first word is intent. What you aim to achieve with your prompt to ChatGPT. You want to make sure that as you're starting to prompt, if you haven't already, that you understand that knowing what you actually want from the model, from ChatGPT or any other model that you may use, specifically understanding what you want will help you guide the model in your prompting to get you the answer or the result quicker. So I wanted to cover some essential vocabulary so that you can have some foundation on the importance of setting intention and different things that we're going to cover in this extensive vocabulary list that I have prepared for today. So next we have context. Background information or details that help ChatGPT understand the prompt setting. Now, we are going to be doing some live prompting from my ChatGPT account, so you can kind of see context be actually play demoed out so you can understand. But to further add to this point, context is anything that you can tell the model within the prompt that will be useful for it to understand again what your desired outcome is. So we will cover some examples later on, but context is definitely important in prompt engineering. Feedback loop. The process of refining your prompts based on the AI's responses to hone in or more accurate or relevant outcomes. This is also can be defined as refinement, which we have that on the list as well. But you want to keep pressing for the right answer, meaning keep working with the model by inputting more information, direction, so that it can refine your prompt and give you the output that you desire. Because the more information that you give the ChatGPT model as you're prompting, the better the chances you will get the answer to your question. And tokens simplified. Considered as pieces of the conversation puzzle, these are parts of the text that ChatGPT analyzes to understand and generate responses. And those of you all who will be using the APIs or, uploading different SaaS models that you're building out, you will learn way more about tokens. But I just wanted to add that, even though that's, in my opinion, a little next level, and I wanted to keep this very beginner friendly, that is the definition of tokens, or an example definition of tokens. So, additional vocabulary. Persona. Okay. A predefined character or role that ChatGPT adopts in response to a prompt, influencing the style, tone, and types of responses it generates. For example, ChatGPT can be prompted to respond as a tutor, a friendly advisor, or a technical expert. This is very important when you are trying to really refine your prompts so that you get the best output. If you are looking for marketing assistance, for example, it is very good for you to tell it to take on the persona of an expert marketing strategist, an expert digital marketer, an expert SEO, or expert SEO expert persona, because this will set the tone and the expectation of what it is that you are wanting the model to perform, and it will again enhance your percentage of you getting the results you desire. Refinement. This is probably the biggest part about prompting, in my opinion. The process of modifying or clarifying a prompt to improve the quality and specificity of ChatGPT's responses. Refinements can include adding details, providing more context, or asking follow up questions. And that's pretty much it in the nutshell. When you think about refinement, you are going to be constantly modifying what you said, rewriting it, rephrasing it, adding more detail, taking details out sometimes to get, again, the proper answer. It all depends on how you choose to refine that specific prompt. But again, that is probably 90% of the game. When it comes to prompting, you will be mastering becoming a refiner in a sense of prompts. Next, and our last vocabulary word is continuation. A prompt that builds on previous responses, allowing for extended conversations or deeper exploration of a topic. Continuations can be used to maintain context over a series of interactions. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, sorry about that. I just knew that truck was going to be very, very loud. My apologies. Okay, so I'm actually going to take a pause right here because I know I said a lot, and I'm going to pull up the chat. Are we tracking? Do we have any questions thus far? Are y'all understanding and following with the vocabulary? Is that helpful? If it is, you can just drop a one or you can drop a comment in the chat. Just want to make sure we're tracking. Excellent, excellent. And I am recording this as well. So once I get it uploaded to YouTube, I'll be sending out the link to the recording for y'all, okay? Okay. Excellent. Let's keep going. Okay. Navigating through ChatGPT versions. We have ChatGPT 3.5, or you can say 3.5 Turbo, and then we have ChatGPT 4. ChatGPT 3.5 versus ChatGPT 4. Here are what I feel the key differences. So for ChatGPT 3.5, the focus is text-based tasks like generations, translations, and creative writing. The pros, it's free and readily available, no subscription needed. Whoop whoop, that's my favorite part. Fast and efficient, generates responses quickly. Large user base, extensive documentation, and community support. The cons is limited context windows, may lose track of longer conversations. Non-multimodal, cannot process images or other formats. Potential for factual errors, needs to be careful fact checking. And I just want to say, as a rule of thumb, no matter what large language model you are using, this is a rule of thumb. Please always fact check your information. Never feel like never feel like you cannot fact check, or you shouldn't. Definitely always, if you can, fact check, especially if you're going to be using it for business and professional purposes, as well as other endeavors. Just make sure you're aware that though this technology is new and pretty accurate, it still has potential for factual errors, okay? So with ChatGPT 4, the focus, more versatile, handling text, code, and limited image recognition. Pros, more powerful, potentially better performance due to a larger parameter count. Enhanced context window, remembers more of the conversation history. Is limited image recognition, can understand and respond to simple image prompts. Cons, it's a paid model. Subscription fee required is $20, or you can do the Teams version for $25, by the way. It's slower. Response times can be longer than ChatGPT 3.5. Early stage, but I feel like they've approved that. But yeah, it can at times run slow, especially during certain peak hours where it's a lot of people using the model. I still, as a paid subscriber, since they rolled out the subscription, have had moments where it's been a little slow. Not that bad though, but just wanted to make sure I mentioned that. And early stage of development, still under development. All of these large language models are still under development, with potential bugs and errors. So again, you always want to keep that in mind. Okay. So, kick starting your journey with Chat GPT. So step one, of course, you want to sign up and set up your OpenAI account. If you have not done that, and please go ahead and make your account. They are allowing people. I know there was a pause, but now that has been lifted, so you can sign up for an open AI account and you can get started using ChatGPT 3.5 for free. As of right now, it is still free for 3.5, or you can choose to upgrade for GPT-4. Step 2, you want to select select the version that suits your needs and practice by entering sample prompts and observing the variety of responses. Again, the only way that you get better in your prompting journey is if you prompt. Applying ChatGPT in everyday life. So, for personal efficiency, you can organize your daily schedule and use it for meal prepping. There are various things that you can do. I like to cover it from a full spectrum because I know I work with a lot of entrepreneurs. So it's easy for me to just talk about ChatGPT from a business and a professional standpoint, but also from a personal standpoint, it is very, very good at increasing your productivity and efficiency in certain areas of your life. So definitely want you all to take heed of that, especially as when it comes to practicing prompting, using it for personal things like meal prepping ideas and things of that nature is excellent practice for you. For creativity and fun, coming up with ideas for parties and writing assistance. ChatGPT is really good at helping you elaborate on your own creative sparks or give you ideas that kind of turn your wheels and that you can elaborate on. And again, prompting is all about you and the direction you want to go into with the model. But please note that ChatGPT is an assistant to you. Don't be so overly reliant on it that you don't implement your own use of creativity and ideas, but definitely use it as an aid. That's just my rule of thumb. And also, you can, of course, use it for work and income, enhancing content creation, improving customer support, aiding in teaching and tutoring. I think this is by far my favorite area of topic. As I've shared before, I speak to a lot of professionals and entrepreneurs, also developers and things of that nature. But I think the benefit of being able to create content planners and come up with strategic approaches to improving customer support, and definitely in the teaching and tutoring segment where you can pretty much train. We'll get into GPTs later, but you can train the model in a thread on how to teach and tutor you or a student that you may be working with properly if you understand the process of prompting and what to ask it and kind of co-collaborate with the model. You can really see some amazing things being done with the use of ChatGPT in everyday life. So, crafting effective prompts, best practices. I do want to note here, I don't know if you all know, but I am teaching another session on the 27th where I'll be going into more of a deep dive on best practices, and I will be sharing my screen, teaching you a lot of the best practices to really enhance your prompt engineering journey so you can just be supercharged on how to effectively use ChatGPT for your prompt engineering journey. That will be on February the 27th, but that won't be at 11. I know they started at 12 Central Standard, but that one is at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's on the same Eventbrite page, so you can register if you would like to attend. But back to the presentation. Clarity is key. The more specific you are with your prompt, the more tailored the ChatGPT responses. That is That is gold right there. The more you tell it, the better the output. It's kind of like if you were to give someone directions to go and pick up something for you. The more details you give that person, the better chances that they will not only get it back to you, but have less hiccups and issues on their journey. So, clarity is definitely key when it comes to crafting effective prompts. Next, provide enough context. Giving ChatGPT background information can greatly improve the response quality. For instance, if you want it to come up with a bio for you, a short bio for you, and you need it to really highlight your credentials, you have to tell ChatGPT your credentials so that that can be included, and then that will improve the response quality. So it's kind of like the more you tell it, the better it can meet your expectations. So you want to iterate with intent. Use the feedback loop to refine responses, adjusting your prompts based on the outcomes. Don't get weary and well doing when it comes to refining prompts. Sometimes, especially if you're using Chat GPT 3.5, depending on what you're working on, it can be a little irritable when you are, feeling like, oh, I've asked this 3 or 4 times and it's still not giving me what I want. Sometimes I recommend you start a fresh chat and refine the prompt, start fresh. That's a way you can do it, or just keep refining it. Even ask the model what's the best way to ask this, so you can get an understanding of what will the model best understand to meet your expectations. But you definitely want to refine. Okay. All right, so we are about to prompt. Let me exit out of this, and I'm gonna go into my ChatGPT account. But before I do that, let me check the chat. Okay. Nobody has any questions. Let's go into my account. Can everybody see that? Please drop a one.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna pull up my notes here. So the first task that we're going to do today is we're going to go into personal efficiency. So I'm going to tell it to create a week-long meal plan for a vegetarian diet, including 3 meals per day, and focus on high protein foods. So we have create, the bracket is time frame, meal plan for a dietary preference bracket diet, including meals per day, focus on specific requirement or restriction. This is a great, well put together prompt because it allows you to fully see what it is that you want, so you can tell. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use ChatGPT 3.5 first, and then I'm going to use 4. Okay, excellent. So it is successfully created a week long meal for a vegetarian diet, including 3 meals per day, focused on high protein foods. So as you can see, it has scrambled tofu. We got black beans, that's definitely protein. Just by glancing at this, I can tell that this is accurate in the output. Now let's put it in ChatGPT 4. Now, the first thing I noticed is the format change that ChatGPT 4 is giving me. ChatGPT 3.5 was very long and extensive and spacey. ChatGPT 4, this is very visually appealing. It's short and concise, and that is good. So, just off top, I love the format. So, we'll do a little vote. If you like ChatGPT 3.5 versus 4. So put 3.5 if you like the 3.5 layout, or did you like 4? You can just put 3.5 or 4 in the chat. Somebody said both. That's fair. And I like that that person said both. And you do not have to use quotations, but I actually use quotation marks in my requests, especially over certain things. But that's why. Somebody said they liked 3.5. It was more detailed. See? So there are benefits to using both models. Let's move on to the next prompt. Did I answer your question? Okay, cool. So the next prompt. Oh, so now we're going to refine it. Okay, so now we're going to refine that same prompt, and I'm going to go back to 3.5, but the refinement. Okay. So we're back in 3.5. I'm going to ask you for both versions. Could you also suggest 2 snack options per day that fit within high protein vegetarian criteria? Within the protein vegetarian criteria. So now we're seeing ChatGPT 3.5 refine the prompt. So it's doing all of the days, but it's refining to add the snacks. So we're going to take that same refinement and we're going to put it in ChatGPT 4 and see what snacks they give us. Again, you can see a clear difference in how 4 approaches the prompt versus 3.5 as far as layout and formatting. But both still giving us accurate information. So the point of the matter is both models are very good. You can still use it. It just depends on your preference of what you're working on. Okay, so we're going to go into the next category, creativity and fun. So we're going to go into party planning. So generate a theme for a blank year old's birthday party, including number, activity, decorations, and a cake design based on interest or theme. These are brackets for you to actually fill out, but I already have a filled in prompt that I'm just going to copy and paste in there so we can move right along. So I'm going to start a new chat, and I'm going to do 3.5 first. And let's see what we get. So we have Dino's Adventure Birthday Party. It goes into the activities, the decorations, the cake design, as like we asked. So it gave us everything we need to know. Now let's see what ChatGPT 4 does with this very same prompt for a birthday party design for an 8-year-old. So the theme was dinosaurs. So we have dinosaur adventure. Okay. So
I have a
this,
question, please, Rosemary.
yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about which differences you think. You asked us about our opinion, but we need to know, we need your opinion. What do you think? Which differences between 4 and 3.5, in your opinion?
Oh, in my opinion, of the active prompts or just in general? I just want to make sure.
In general, and about the answer that you had.
Okay, well, it's the same for both four because I'm so used to things being concise. I like to get straight to the point. And one of the challenges that I personally have with using 3.5 is gives a lot of extra context that a lot of people may enjoy the extra details, but me preferably I don't all the time. So off top, I would vote for 4, but I would say this: when you take the time to tell and refine 3.5, you can still get the same type of results. It's just gonna take a little bit more refinement if that's what you're into. And hopefully that answers your question.
Yes, it's
Great
clear.
question. Thank you. And Leah says, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. 4 is definitely easier to read, yes, but 3.5 is good also. Yes, I agree. That's why I wanted to take the time to show y'all both so that y'all can see the clear difference, just on some simple sample prompts, nothing too heavy. Okay, let's go back in. So now we're going to refine our birthday party prompt. So, how we're refining it, we're going to say, can you provide more detailed descriptions for the dinosaur theme decoration and a step by step guide for the cake design? So that's the refinement question. So we're going to go back to our 3.5 version, which is the Dino Adventure birthday party theme. And we're going to drop that in there. And as this is generating, I want you guys to understand the refinement question. It's building upon what it already gave us. So it says, could you provide more detailed description? So you're basically going back in and saying, okay, now I need more information on what you've already given me so that I can, move forward with the output. So this was a great refinement question. So it goes into detail. It's this looks pretty concise to me, so I like that. And it goes into the assembly. Everything is here. So it's a step-by-step guide. I think it did pretty well. Let's ask ChatGPT for the same as that question. And then we just have one more sample set that we're going to go through together today. I like how they listed the ingredients like that. It looks more like if I was reading an actual recipe blog. That's how they format it. So again, I'm just a huge fan of ChatGPT's for its formatting. Okay, so this is our refinement. So it looks pretty good, really detailed but concise again. What do you guys think for our second birthday party? Do y'all vote for 3.5 or 4? You can just put it in the chat. He said another question. Hold on, wait. I am expecting not 3.5. 3.5 doesn't have access to generate images, but 4 can. Oh, you did say for 4, yeah. So
Yeah.
I
For
can ask
example, yeah,
I can
maybe I will explain my question.
mhm.
So, when we want to ask on ChatGPT, always we say, "Can you please give me an example about that?" But sometimes people can ask, "Can give me example about that stuff." There is some differences. ChatGPT will consider like your question is polite, then he will give you more details, or it just politely we ask ChatGPT.
Yes, you can. I didn't set it up to ask for images, but I can definitely ask it since I do have 4 before us. So give me 1 second. So it is generating an image. I just asked it, can you generate an image of the birthday cake concept? So let's see what it does. Oh, that's fire. Very nice. Very nice. What do you guys think in the chat? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, we got 1 thumbs up, thumbs up. Got it. All right, so let's move on to our final sample prop example because I definitely want to respect everyone's time. I don't want to go over. So our last category we're going to cover is work and income, content creation specifically. So we're going to write a blank length blog post about blank topic focusing on blank specific angle or aspect, including blank number, tips, or strategy and conclusion that encourages blank desired action. So the field in prompt is write a 1,000 word blog post about sustainable sustainable living, focusing on easy changes for urban dwellers, including 5 tips or strategies and conclusions that encourage readers to adapt to at least one change. I'm going to lessen that down to 500 though. So we're going to start a fresh chat to 3.5. And I'm going to make my little edit. Okay. So we have embracing sustainability, living 5 easy tips for urban dwellers. Love the format off top. And this is 3.5. Just at a basic skim, I like it. So let's go ahead and do the refinement for this one. So the refinement is, could you add examples or case studies for each tip that illustrate the impact of these changes on urban living? And we're still in 3.5. So it goes into case studies. Consider the case of Jane, the example of Tom. We have the case of Sarah, the example of David, and the case of Emily. I like how they interchanged in each paragraph so it flowed well. And this is what we got for our blog on embracing living, sustainable living, 5 easy tips for urban dwellers. So now let's go to ChatGPT 4 and do the same prompt. And we're gonna change this to 500. Boom. So we got a new title, Sustainable Living for Urban Dwellers, Easy Changes to Make a Big Difference. So I can see that we're going to get 5 because it says here's 5 yet simple changes. This is really good. I like how they did the conclusion part. So this is our output for GPT-4. Let me grab our refinement. So we're asking for it to add examples or case studies for each tip that illustrate the impact of these changes. So let's see what it gives us. All right. What do you guys think about that last one? Which model version did you like the best? 3.5 or 4? You can put it in the chat for our blog post. Okay, we have both. And that's perfectly okay if you like both. That's really the goal. Personally, I don't aim for people to not like a certain version because I feel like, again, we want the model to do well regardless of what version. Of course you have differences, but that's always good that you can find value from both models. I definitely agree with that. Okay. So, we have Q&A. But before we go into that, just want to let you all know how you can connect with me. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. Just type in Rosemary Salem and she'll see this same photo of me. And you can connect with me on Twitter and Instagram at Rosemary Salem TV. Okay? And we're still going to do Q&A, but I just definitely want to make sure I tell you all this information. Thank you for attending. We'll be sending a survey after the event, and we'll offer a course promo code to those who complete the survey. Please keep an eye out for that email if you would like to receive the code. The code is for 50% off the first month's subscription for any of our deep learning courses on Coursera. Okay. So I want to take a group picture. So if you want to, let me stop sharing screen. Okay, so yeah, just a quick group photo. I'll just screenshot my screen. If you want to change your screen or participate in the photo, that would be great. Hopefully everybody participate. Let me give everybody. Thank y'all for participating in the photo. Okay, is that everybody? Okay. All right. On the count of 3, smile. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got some few people. Okay, I'll wait. Yeah, we want to get it in there. All right. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. Hold on. That screenshot didn't. My computer. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Why is it doing that? I'm doing Shift Command this MacBook. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it just don't like me. So we're just gonna use that one because it just don't want to take it again. I have tried 3 times. Yeah, it keeps pulling up other screens, so I'm gonna leave it alone. But again, I want y'all to definitely take that survey. Hopefully, was this good? You can put in the chat or come off mic. Was this informative? Did y'all enjoy it? I kind of wanted to make sure, again, I kept it beginners friendly, but still informative and beneficial to you all. Good. I hope you all register for my next session that I'm having on the 27th with DeepLearning.AI, and you can definitely connect with me again on LinkedIn or on Twitter or Instagram. And I just want to thank you all for attending today. I did screen record today's session, so hopefully that screen record went through, and y'all will be getting that in your emails. Do y'all have any questions?
Yes, I have. Thank you for your presentation. It was so nice from you. My question, it's my first time that I joined this P&AI, and I joined it later. I was late.